Guys, it's recap time. Now, I want you guys to check below the screen right now and make sure you're subscribed. It's easy to get these videos in your feed all day long because I've been doing daily videos for a while now, and not be a subscriber because your algorithm just kind of throws them right on up there. Anyway, this is the recap where I go over the previous weeks and maybe, show you guys a few teasers about the next week. Take a look. The Proline Flatirons. I like these things. I bought these for this truck, but not really for this truck. It's for a future truck I'm going to build. Basically, it's going to be an Optimus 3 truck. However, it's going to have four-wheel steering and it's going to have a new name. Now, I posted up in the Exocage Facebook group. There's a link to that if you go to the channel and look at the bottom right corner, I believe, if you want to check that group out. It's a small group, just nice and quiet with tech. Yeah, anyway, I got to run these in a competition, which hopefully you'll see that video soon, possibly next week. And these tires actually did great. And I'm running the stock foams in them right now. What I'm going to do is, actually I'm going to do a two-stage foam up front and I'm going to leave the stock foams in the back. The reason is I want the front to be a little more precise in the turn, less tire roll. So I get a little bit less tire roll, a little more tire rigidity, so the steering is more accurate. That's what this truck is all about, accuracy. However, the back end, with the tires being, soft and all that, we're just conforming so well and working really good. So I'm going to give that a shot. But overall, the Proline Flatiron XLs, that's an awesome tire. I got to put a Reese Triple into a TRX6. Now, as awesome as that servo was, that truck itself just wasn't enough for the servo. The servo was doing everything it's supposed to do. However, the plastic panhard mount up front, which I'm pretty sure is tied into the fenders, and the plastic mount at the axle, they were flexing a little bit. And well, when they flex, you lose effective steering. So the 777 is absolutely major overkill with a stock Traxxas truck of any kind, really. And just about any servo that you put in there, good solid 300, 400, 500 ounce servo, you're going to have the same issue. So you kind of got to beef other stuff up around it to make sure that axle stays placed. If your steering is turning to the right, you got that drag link coming down and it's pushing the axle to the right, because you're trying to turn. But if the tires are kind of binded up in some rocks and the axle moves this way, watch this. You make your full turn. As that axle shifts over, you lose effective turn. And that's what we saw with this. And the 777 servo is an insanely strong servo. So yeah, it was definitely flexing that plastic. I hosted a comp at the Exoflex, aka my backyard. Now, my comps, they are just simple 1.9, 2.2. We have a capper class, we have a TRX6 class, and usually we get a few in those, so we just kind of blend those classes together. However, when we score them, they are obviously scored separate. So now when I do run a competition back there, although I do compete, I use a much lesser non-competition level truck, at least in my opinion. Trucks that aren't built like what Optimus is. That's just a straight competition truck. So when I do compete back there, I'll use maybe the good old clickety clacker right here, the SCX10, the Gen 8, or the TRX4 Sportish right there. I don't use my high-end trucks back there. Anyway, I got to show you guys some competition at the Exoflex. The Traxxas Max got the Traxxas steel CVDs. Completely wrung off the stock ones. I mean, just wrung them right off. Mark Perella was driving. It flipped over into a little hole. He pushed that little button to make that thing self-right, and it did not self-right. It just twisted off all the plastic axles. I knew they were going to break. I just didn't know how quick, and that was pretty darn quick. Maybe the third run after I did the extensions, And I've been seeing in the groups where even without the extensions, you know, the axle, it sits in there really deep. It's just ringing them off right there. So if you're also looking really careful, you'll also see, and yes, it is flat, dirty. I have not had time to actually clean it up yet. Look at that shiny right there. Those are Vitavon hubs, hub carriers, all that stuff. I've also got them in the back. That's coming up soon, probably early next week. Oh yeah. So got that one coming up for you. Try not to knock dirt down all over the place. Really should have cleaned it up before I got it in here. 80 weight shock oil in the Xmax. Yes, 80 weight. Doing the jumps that I was doing, I don't know that they were actually tall enough or me to get enough height to really see the difference. When I did the drop test in slow motion, that was pretty darn awesome. Seeing the tires just, you know, conform and, you know, distort and all that stuff, that was pretty cool. I love it when I can look back at a video as I'm editing and see things like that. It's like, wow, you know, that was pretty awesome. Anyway, I do feel that the 80 weight will be a benefit in the bigger jumps. Like the Thursday nights when me and the guys get together and we hit those ramps and we do 100 backflips plus, you know. I mean, we beat on these trucks pretty well, and in my opinion, the Xmax is the absolute best basher on the market. It's the best big truck on the market. I mean, the things can take a lot of abuse. They break, but not as much as other trucks. Vitavon billet aluminum black anodized shock mounts for the SCX 10.3. They went on perfectly. Showing those in a video because they're black, they just kind of blend in with everything else that's in there. You know, kind of hard to see it. But anyway, they are in there. They fit perfectly. And you know, there are always links in the descriptions. I always put links in that description. Everything I show. So anyway, yeah, very solid pieces. I'm happy with them. Oh, nice shiny axles. I'm really happy with those. Also from Vitavon, the Arrma Mojave. As awesome as this truck is, it got even better with the Vitavon bead locks. How about those? Hopefully you saw that video. The way those wheels are set up, the way the rim has the teeth in it to get into the tire, because these tires, they have a different bead on them. I guess it's like the Super Baja Ray, I believe, by Losi. They have the same style bead. So on the UDR wheels, sometimes if you don't put the spacers in there, they can actually peel off the wheel because the bead is this darn thick in there, you know. But these, nah, these are staying on. And those teeth are actually in there. So you're never going to spin the tire on the wheel. And you're never coming off unless you take the bolts out. And there are a lot of them. What is it, like 144 bolts, I believe, for all four of them. And they use a Torx bit too. Oh yeah. Anyway, of course there are links in the description for these. So that pretty much wraps up last week's video right there. I was asked about the mounts that I used to actually hold my trucks up. And basically it's just all 3D printed. I found these files on Thingiverse. I've got a Ender 3 printer, so printed those up. You know, yellow shows nice, and then the black top part. Then the back piece, this is a different design that's also on Thingiverse. Print those out, and I just use like a little piece of plastic, thread it, put it right in. That way that get the separation. Back axle here, front axle there. And these are obviously up front because, well, that's what you guys can see. So simple, easy 3D print job on these jack stands. And the preview for next week's video, Optimus 3 was in competition, Class 3. So was the Superlight in Class 2 Pro. Went out to the Barbarian Skillplex. You guys will see that one, even though you won't see me actually drive. When I'm out there competing, I'm using both hands. Legit. And my buddy Mark Perella wasn't there to video me. Yeah, Mark, talking about you. Also, the click master himself here, the Axial SEX103, got some Treal beadlock wheels. Tell me them things don't match that body perfectly. Holy cow. They look beautiful. Yeah. I'm also going to actually change these tires out soon as well. Got some new ones on the way. Yeah. KM3s by Proline in the Predator compound. To me, it's a good scale looking tire. And in that compound, so long as I foam it correctly, it should hold up this truck, which is about 9 pounds and 4 ounces now. All the brass from Vitavon underneath it. The Treal wheels are also kind of heavy. I believe they add just over 1 pound to the entire truck. So it's definitely getting a little bit porky, but it's all down here. And I know I could change the body to really change the center of gravity, but I kind of like it. I kind of like, I'm not a Jeep guy, but this one's actually pretty cool. The little stock Capra isn't so stock anymore. Still brushed though. And to wrap this incredibly long video up of nothing but me up here yakking my mouth, I finally got some tires suitable for the Creighton. I've even got the little stepper bit to go in here to open these up to make them fit. So, yeah, got to get that one done. These should help out them backflips too. Can't wait to get these on. They look so beefy, look at that. I like new things. Smells like the tire dealership up the road. Speaking of that, I closed the door to this room. I open it up sometimes and it smells like a tire dealership. Yeah, got a lot of tires. So guys, sometimes I can run my mouth way too much. So anyway, hopefully you liked the video. Hopefully you're still watching. I want to say thank you to you guys that are using the affiliate links in the description. It's absolutely awesome. I'm seeing some revenue coming in on that, which should help me get things, you know, like that right there. You know, different things like that. It helps out quite a bit. So thank you guys for using those links. I know I talk about them all the time. Click those affiliate links, you know, check out with anything in your cart. Every little bit helps. Well, it really does. Now also, if you guys want, I've got the channel memberships down below. You should be able to click the little join button if you want to check that out. And what I do for those guys that are channel members, they generally get videos, you know, a day, maybe 2 days early, depending on how quick I can upload. And they get them sometimes before the description is done, before the thumbnail is done, and no ads. Those pesky ads that I want everybody to watch, but nobody wants to watch, and I understand that. Anyway, I do want to wrap this video up because it has probably, I don't know how long this thing's going to edit down to. But guys, hopefully you'll like the video. Hopefully you enjoy these Saturday recaps, and check that description for affiliate links. Haha. And also Teespring, you can actually buy this exact shirt in different colors. Guys, thank you all for watching. If you guys like what you see, make sure you're subscribed. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. If you really like what you see, consider clicking on that join button down below. With that, you can actually become a channel member. Members get early viewing of many of the videos and, you know, a little bit more personalized. Guys, thank you all for watching.